There
Oh,
shit. Oh, shit. Hey. God damn it. I didn't know we was. My bad.
No, we didn't. They didn't know that we knew that they knew. Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, y'all? Savage
Pedro put him on the poll. Wow. Starting off savage.
No, don't do that, Queen B. You know we savage AF, y'all. It's your boy Black Pedro.
Yo, what's going on, Shang? And I just wanted to say there will be no requesting Pedro up on the poll. Okay.
No, that's not what
By the way, Pedro does that in his spare time.
We are the poll.
Right.
We are the poll.
I don't get up on the poll. I give the poll. How about that?
You understand me?
Yeah.
I don't get up on no poll.
Yeah.
You must be fucked up. If you think I'm gonna get on the poll, your whole vision looks like this right now.
Right now. Wow, that looks crazy. Yeah. Savage AF, we brought to you by these two niggas. And I want y'all to know something flat out. We appreciate y'all, and you know we got your back. We got your back. Just like these wide back motherfuckers. We got your back.
Fat Back Institute.
Yeah.
We are Savage AF. We're here Monday through Friday. Mondays and Friday, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically. Tuesday through Thursday, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically. I see the community is building out there. Lady Hazel, Wendy E. What's going on, babe? Queen B. Oh, I see y'all. Sandy English. Everybody's out here. Breezy JJ's. Come on, build it, y'all. Let's keep going. If you don't catch us live here on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously on Monday through Friday, that's why you need to be logged into, signed up to, subscribe to, and fully notified on the YouTube page, which you see right now there on the screen for you if you're watching this either live or archived. YouTube.com/c/SavageAFWorld, all one word, Savage AF World. You know how we do, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, click the button.
Yes. And if you click the button, you know what happens for you? It's a nice little sound that you got to hear. And if you don't hear this sound, then you ain't really do what you're supposed to do, motherfuckers. You see? If you don't hear the bell, then you're not done. I don't know why I'm doing the half Bill Cosby impression. Ring the bell if you want to get a little bit of rape in your mouth.
Bell in your pudding.
With the pudding, with the mouth and the rape in the pudding. All right, so that was a creepy way to even say that. But we got a lot of people. Yes.
Her mom's is resting nicely. I know we were all sending our best.
Yes, I hope it went well.
So good to hear that, man. And you know, we're such a community here. And such that
whoa, Pedro, I don't think you say it. It's not pronounced community. It's no. I listen. I don't want to tell you
Johnson way.
Like I don't want to tell you how to speak or tell you how to have diction like a proper human being. But Pedro, when you say community, it makes you sound. I don't want to say it. It makes you sound a little ratchet. I'm putting it out there, bro. I don't want you to feel bad.
I've often visited the former Magic Johnson movie theater.
Right.
And he had a message where it was like, and this is for the community.
But
he has way more money than me, so
yeah, he owns
pretty
a
sure
bunch
that's
of shit.
how you say it.
But I don't. Hey, what's up, Tamiko? Yeah, we got a lot of people in the house. Wendy Edwards. We got Breezy JJ. We got the Queen.
We see him.
I want to say something. If that's Carolina how you feel, if you feel you want to say community like that, then you do what you got to do. But I'm gonna say there's something that the community should do, and y'all should definitely, if you get a chance, if you got a little change in your pocket. You want to get your heart lightened up with a little bit of
strange
laughter,
for a little change.
A little bit of laughter. Bam! What you do is that's right. You buy Black Pedro Begins. That's right. Black Pedro Begins.
theblackpedro.com/shop.
And in fact, you know what? Just so you know, we're putting it on the bottom. Buy the album. If you go to the www.theblackpedro.com/shop, you will be able to get your laugh on, and you'll be able to get your light in your life, and you'll feel better. You know what? Your feet stink, and you'll love your baby Jesus. So I just think you need to get that album. And while you're at it, you know what? You happen to be in front of the TV. You happen to be on Amazon Prime. You're watching some other movies, Without Remorse, Coming to America. Boom! You watch my special called SHANGRY.
That's right.
That's right. That's my special. If you get a chance, SHANGRY live in New York City. Make sure you check it out. Fun for the whole family, except for little kids can't watch it. And again, there was another person that hit me on my IG and said, you should have said something about it being appropriate for younger people in my feed. Hey, if you haven't seen my shit, maybe you should screen it before you watch it with your fucking 8-year-old.
Okay.
Cindy.
Also, here's the thing.
Cindy.
Here's the thing. The show is also called Savage AF. And maybe we should just go ahead and spell out the AF for Cindy out there. It means savage as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, leave your 8-year-old with the babysitter who was savage as fuck.
This is the second
kindergarten
time.
teacher who was if they're 8-year-old.
Second time.
Well, third grade teacher who was savage as fuck. Like the show is called our motto is fuck your feelings, facts matter. It's called Savage AF. Right. Anything AF. It's not Africa.
It's not
Savage Africa. Is that what you thought this was? Some documentary podcast?
I'm going to try to tell you right now. So for your child. So I'm going to tell your child something. I'm about to get immediately on your ass. If you ever let your child watch that shit again, I'm going to fuck your face. All right. So now that we got that out the way, also make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, which is the podcast version of the channel. And by the way, Chartable said we just came up on another 2 points. That's right, another 2 points in Sri Lanka.
Yes, sir.
Some other weird place. When they send the emails to me, I read them and go, so we're getting bigger everywhere but here in America. Well, you know what? Long as y'all listen in the other countries, and I want to say to all my people in Denmark, hello, all the people in Amsterdam, alsjeblieft weg, Vesken, that's good. And for my people in the certain parts of the islands, for Wakabong, Kesena, Smo. And those are all real words, people.
Shang just had a stroke, y'all. I'm sorry, man. You
had a stroke.
You good?
I'm sorry if I freaked out people in the community. All right, but make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah. That's really is. I learned it while I was over there. I bet the guy Regilio booked a thing called Hollywood Raw over in Amsterdam, and when I was over there, I bet him that I could learn enough Dutch to have a conversation. I won 700 gilda, which I gave part of it to a friend to get a hooker in Amsterdam. So that's the story, and that's what it is. But
this sounds like a savage branch of the Lord of the Rings, anthology.
But that really happened. Yeah, he paid me. He paid me that. It was gilda at the time, the money. And I won. I won because I learned enough to have conversations with people. And I picked up a woman, a badass chick, enough in Dutch, got her back to the hotel, found out she spoke English. Oh, my God. Oh, stop. Oh.
Haagen-Dazs right after that. Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, it was Haagen-Dazs. Yeah, with nuts.
Yeah,
my nuts.
These.
All right, but these nuts. I forgot. I was gonna say these nuts, but no. You check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to say SoundCloud. I know what? I messed up on the R&B version of the show. But you know what? Hey,
Spotify. Yeah.
It was.
Okay, you can sing them all. You can be like,
if you need to,
Stitcher. Yeah.
subscribe to the channel. All right.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Wherever you get your podcast. And if you don't subscribe to the channel, yeah, that's what we feel. Listen, because fuck you, facts matter. All right. So check this out. The bottom line is we got to run down on the run up, and I feel like
we're gonna end the show on a strong one today. I see.
Yeah, because yesterday, by the way, retraction. I know yesterday on the show I said that what the fuck is wrong with Floyd Mayweather fighting him. Then I found out how much he made from the pay-per-view and the guarantee. I apologize.
And the crypto.
And the crypto. Yeah. So I apologize. Apparently, Floyd Mayweather for fighting this fucking bum, Logan Paul.
Beating
him. And actually, flash knockout. They said in the video, there's a video of a flash knockout where he hit him. He knocked him out. But when he
didn't fall, he just was like,
yeah.
He was up for a minute.
And he fell on to Floyd, and Floyd pushed him back up, and he woke back up. So, no, that's the truth.
Like, I'm going to go to, what, nigga? Oh.
Yeah, that's real. He made $120 million.
By the way, he's gonna be walking around with all that money in a backpack at some casino pretty soon.
So for all the people, I was one of the haters. I apologize profusely because I will fight everybody in the feed, including AJ Fit, for $120 million.
Wow. Yeah, you can keep that money, man. I'm gonna get mine one at a time. Keep all my teeth.
Oh, you would do it. Oh, no, come on. Well, yeah, Floyd did. He showed, there's a video of him the next day showing these bruises. He says, not bad, huh? I got to admit, he did fuck me up. There's a few, I never knew my head.
Jake Paul?
Logan Paul said that. He said,
Logan Paul.
Yeah, he hit me. He was fucking me up. And he said, yeah, there's a couple times where, okay, yeah, my head, I didn't know my head could snap back that hard. But then he said, but you know what, though? And then they showed the money.
He got 20 million, right?
He got 20 million. Floyd got 110 million more than him.
The little clips I saw, I think Logan Paul was just like out there like no training, just like
the first round, he just fought like a child, and Floyd just covered up, and then the second round it was a wrap. In fact, the last part of the second round, I watched it and was like, oh my God, why is he still in there? But dude kept hugging him. It was a hug fest, and he $120 million. So what I did was, this is an exclusive before we jump into the show. I booked a fight since Pedro was fighting last Monday at the Dime. I booked a fight for Floyd Mayweather and Black Pedro, August 23rd. The Forum Arena.
All I need is for Floyd to be laying hands on a woman, and I'm in there, dog. I'm jumping in. Otherwise, you can have it, Floyd. I stay in my lane, bro.
Yeah. 44. He's 44 years old. That I found
I'm
out.
Same age. And
the motherfucker was fighting somebody that was 50 pounds heavier, 6 inch,
and he's
3
from
inches
Michigan.
taller.
He's from Michigan too, like me, right?
Yeah, he's from Michigan. Yeah, he's from Michigan. He grew up in Michigan. Yeah. So Savage AF, there's a lot of people that are on the feed that I want to say to all y'all, we like y'all. And in the words of Kevin Samuels, so what do you bring to the table? What's your worth? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? We're gonna get the rundown on the run up. And there's a young man that is that has a lot of black star power. One of the funniest comics, does one of the best flip flop jokes I've heard ever.
Hey,
please welcome Black Pedro.
Because that's a category of jokes, flip-flop jokes. Go. So, Savage AF, it's a, what's today? Tuesday? It's June 8th, 2021.
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
While the Mayweather-Logan fight, or what's his name, Logan Paul? That fight may have been the Mayweather-Paul fight may have been a hug fest. Today's show will not be. We're going to end with the SHANGRY. Fuck the South in the mouth. Pretty sure you know where that's going.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, Black Pedro popping today. I love my car until. But before we get into that, show me the money. Billionaires beat. Wait, let me try that again.
Yeah.
I'm a little congested. I think I'm finally getting allergy shit. So, like I got a whole lot of sinus pressure right now. So, but we're gonna do Show Me the Money, and then I'm gonna try and do my my best Chris Tucker right here. Billionaires be robbing us, man.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And I'm like, again, I'm a little but whatever. Haven't watched Friday in a while, but before we get into that, we got some digital dummies out there. The FBI created a whole app that has caught over 800 motherfuckers worldwide doing shit. Let's talk about that. But before we get into that, Tuesday, June 8th, 2021, man. Savage AF, Black Pedro, comedian Shank. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Lucy, or what's her name? What was it? Cindy Lou? Hide your kids, okay? Babe, this show is not...
Two different people. Two different people hit me with the same shit.
Well, both of y'all go to hell. Come on, Kamala.
Damn, man.
Come on, Kamala. Our Madam First Black VP. That's my new name for her. Madam
already fucked up.
Well, so she took her first trip abroad. She went to Guatemala yesterday, Mexico today. Bit of a stumble, right? Yesterday in Guatemala, all things aside, the one thing that stood out, this phrase, this sentence was, if you're coming to the if you want to come to the United States, don't come.
Right.
Don't do it. Right. Which, if you can read the nuance, I think she was saying the same thing that POTUS Joseph Robinette Biden had been saying, which is that, now ain't the time. The journey is dangerous. The pandemic, we don't have the facilities. We're a little overrun. Just if you can hold off, please do. Kamala, however, Vice President Kamala Harris, Madam First Black, she was like, don't come. She meant the same thing he did, in my opinion.
Well, no,
it did not sound right.
It didn't come off right. It came off like really nasty. It sounded like she was like saying, I don't know. She came off fucked up to me. And I used to want to fuck her, but now I don't know.
What? I don't think that was on the table. But
no, I could knock her down if I met her.
Okay, well, hey, yeah. You ever seen Doug Emhoff in that dude who rushed the stage? You got to deal with him, Shane. He was pretty nimble.
I'm just saying, if she was single and I met Kamala,
that's a big caveat.
Right? Okay. And you know what she'd be like if I was like, "Oh, it just really feels good." Oh my God, she's like, "Listen, don't come."
Now listen,
no, don't come,
or you're going to jail.
Yeah, because we still have the same laws that apply in America.
Pre-cum law. Listen, I know that a lot of you are not Kamala Harris fans. I know Miss Adverb, our Sergeant at Arms, calls her Cop Mala and things like that. I don't think any of those labels are necessarily fair. I will say that she wasn't sharp about that statement on this day. However, yesterday when she was in Guatemala to just kind of bluntly say don't come right now, and that's because she's got to understand at this level that there's going to be these sound bites. They had to have prepped her on these things. So yeah, but today I got to see her speak live in Mexico City, and I thought she was much stronger, more poignant,
more poignant, more concise. But at the same time, how sound bites can chase you around for the rest of your career, or they can use it. The right wing can use it, and like Pedro. There was one time Pedro said, "No, I ain't never kicked that baby." So even though,
and then they just but they took it out and said, "Kick that baby."
Right.
They were like, Black Pedro said, "Kick that baby."
And there's a lot of comedy clubs that are like, "Look, we want to book you, but you can't be kicking babies."
You kick babies.
Right. And Kamala,
and I'm like, I don't kick babies. I instruct people on when to.
See,
big, like huge difference.
That is a huge difference.
Like, huge motherfucking difference.
A lot of people in the feed, you know that somebody could take your words and make you look worse. Now she did
they
come
tried
off.
to.
They tried to, but look, she did come off. That did come off bad. She is. I think that because she is new to it, I think that she will get better and better. And she was better in increments today. But I think that I'm still gonna ride with her. And if she ever get divorced from the goofy accountant guy or whatever he does, I'm gonna put my card in because Kamala could get it.
No, but
look at her mouth. Look at her mouth. Look at her mouth.
No, don't do that to the first black woman VP. Come on, man.
I mean, you know what? I wanted to fuck Barbara Bush. I wanted to fuck Barbara Bush too.
Whoa, all right, all right. If you said Barbara's Bush, maybe, but just
not Barbara Bush. Okay. What is wrong with Barbara? Barbara Bush was fine. Y'all fucking tripping.
No, she looked like a swollen Q-tip, to be honest.
She definitely looked like the Quaker Oats man.
Yeah. If you tell me you want to stick your dick in oatmeal, I'd respect that more than wanting to
all right, that was out of
dry oatmeal.
But Kamala, I apologize for being rude about Kamala. I just think she's kind of hot. I think.
She's a beautiful woman. All right, but here's the thing. Today in Mexico City, she, I think readdressed the issue in a way that made more sense, and I think is less sort of attackable by either side, because her statement yesterday, obviously the right is going to jump on it like, oh look, she sounds like us, and then but even AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was like, this is disappointing. All asylum seekers legally have the right to come here, and again, like Kamala, she didn't say you're not allowed to. This wasn't her banning them. It was just the wrong way of saying. It was the wrong way of saying don't. Now is not the time. But today, she was talking about more of the root issues, which are the conditions in these countries, which force people to come here, through these dangerous journeys in these ways, through quote unquote illegal measures. And she said some great things, like, to me today, which were like, nobody wants to leave home, which, unless you're from Ohio, is basically true, right? And I'm just saying that as a native Michigander to talk shit.
Well, but
under the conditions that these people leave, nobody wants to do that, right? So she wants
Pedro.
So today, she sidestepped it, she danced, she had to, but it was about, and these things are true. It could get spun to sound even worse, but the reality is, yes, there are these conditions in these countries, and she I mean, at the end of the day, she pointed the finger at China. She's like, well, the fentanyl coming from China, and then they bring it through Mexico, and then they come up through here. So if we fix all of that, then we be. But that, to be real, that's true, right? Like, and that's not to create Asian hate or anything like that, but it's like there are systemic problems in these regions as well as this country that are forcing people to come up in this way, and it overwhelms the border. So if you could relieve that, if you could alleviate that pressure, that war at home,
then they wouldn't want to leave.
Is that going? How long they been doing that?
They've been doing that forever. But the bottom line is, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm riding with her, and I'm riding hopefully on her someday. Oh shit! Did I say that out loud? Listen, that was wrong, and I apologize. You know what? I take it, baby. Please accept my apology. You good, Shang? You good? All right. So I see she likes me. I just think that the right is going to have a fucking field day with the soundbite. I really do. I think they are.
Now, Queen B said to me specifically that, my girl, Keisha Lance Bottoms, who, by the way, her dad was Major Lance. Look him up, singer back in the day. That she told folks don't come to Atlanta.
What?
Yeah, the Lance part of her name, Keisha Lance Bottoms. Her dad's name is Major Lance. The
guy that went, gonna do you, gonna do you, that one.
That's her dad, bro.
He's a sing. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I used to go to clubs.
Motown era cat. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to clubs and dance to that song.
So Keisha Lancebottom, mayor of Atlanta, told people don't come to Atlanta during the like All-Star weekend or whatever. True, along the same lines, but also just sounds different when you don't want niggas from St. Louis bringing their Jerry curls and barbecue sauce down to Atlanta versus, you know, war refugees. But same idea, though. At a certain point, if your system can't handle an influx of people during a certain crisis time, then a leader should be able to say this just more diplomatically. And I would say that when Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States, Madam First Black, was like, "Don't come." It was strong, bold statement. This is a moment to be softer and more diplomatic.
Right, and you got it. And she didn't sound empathetic at all.
And this is at the time when, you know, there's the Barack Obama interview with Anderson Cooper is out, and you know he's his eloquent self, you know, and really verbally being so damn nice that sometimes I want to yell at the screen like, Barack, drop the thing, dog. Like, nigga, we know you eloquent, dog. Show us the other thing.
Yeah, show us that South Side of Chicago thing.
Be the background dude on the Key and Peele sketch. Like, I just want him to be like, Anderson, these crackers is crazy.
But he said it.
You know what I mean? But like, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. But what he also isn't gonna do is say something that sounds quite as harsh as "don't come." And yeah, you know, I get what you're saying now. If a woman just looked at you and was like, "Don't come," I get what you're saying now. As I said it right now, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but
that's intimidating, and it's not.
It's intimidating, and it doesn't sound like it's filled with any empathy. And the people that are looking for empathy, especially people in a position that are trying to come here, that would really fuck with some people, especially yogurty people. If they're already yogurty, you know what's going to happen. They're going to, you know. And so
they're going to yogurt the fuck out.
But I'm going to tell you right now, the Republicans are having a dance off now. They're like, yeah, we got her. Woo! She fucked
I don't think so.
up
I mean,
now.
I think today she danced around it well, but and sounded much better and much more diplomatic. While also kind of pointing the fingers at like, well, you know, China bringing this fentanyl in and it's coming up to the border. So if we just stop all that bullshit, you know, then I won't have to worry about telling you not to come because you can stay your ass at home, which is where everybody wants to be. But the reality is, if you created economic conditions that were livable in these country, in all countries, right?
All country, right? But you can't.
Then these types of migrations in mass on a refugee scale and level wouldn't be necessary, right? But hey, capitalists don't want to do that, man. They too busy making money, man. Savage AF, you know what we doing?
Yeah, I agree with you, but okay. I mean, I told you I'm a ride with her anyway because I think that she will be president. I think she's going to be. Yeah, I think she's going to be president. I think that Biden's health will be the reason that he doesn't make it all the way through, not because he hasn't done a good job. I think his health because of his age.
Man, I mean, it would be weird to have him in there for 8 years. Like he'd be like 86 or some shit.
He'd be 87
by the time he was
86, 87, and he's already
because he's like 79 right now, right?
He's 79. So I don't know, man. But
all right.
Next thing, but I still say next time, tell her to learn a little eloquence, and then tell Barack, who I still thought he was excellent in that. I watched the whole thing. I love the fact that he was sitting around a circle talking to the young brothers about their lives. I love that part, but he could have let loose a little bit more. Like, first off,
I'm like, bro,
these niggas can suck my dick.
Yeah, I'm like, have a sip a little something, dog, before the next one. And be like, yo, one time they tried me, nigga, and I just open face slapped this nigga at the thing.
like at the thing, and then
I don't want him to give no details neither. I just I want one time for Barack to be fucked up and be like, nigga, I went to the summit, nigga, and I was the apex in that bitch. Okay, yeah. I got up on the table and was like, King Kong ain't got nothing. You know, I just want him to.
But you know what? I think that once she becomes president, if this dude makes it through, I think that by that time she'll already had so many lessons in it, and especially dealing with overseas, because they take everything into account in what we say. So
Queen B said Michelle told him to go high. I'm like, she needs to tell him to get high at this point.
Right.
Like, I just want to see Barack at the day like, so these niggas, right, used to motherfucking just leave the motherfucking car running with the keys in it. I'm like, nigga, that's not how we do our shit over here. Okay. Like, you know, I just want him to start.
I just want him to say, I want him to say at least in one interview, hey, cuz 4 times. blood. For real? Anderson. Hey, cuz, listen.
AC. A to the.
No, but you know what, though?
All right.
You know what, though? Kamala, I still think is going to get better and better as she goes along. So that's where I'm gonna leave that.
I think she was better than she was yesterday.
Right.
All right. So, you know, speaking of getting better, the cops seem to be getting really, really good at catching motherfuckers doing dumb shit. I'm calling this digital dummies. The FBI, they created an app that caught over 800 motherfuckers doing all kinds of shit, from drug and human trafficking to murder plots, right?
Right.
So what they did is they had informants embed these phones through a system they called a network, an encrypted device network they call ANOM, ANOM.
Yeah.
And they infiltrated these, they got the phones out to a couple guys, because I guess, you got to understand that, like, even the criminals now are kind of like millennials and shit, right? So they're used to instant gratification. Okay.
Right.
Back in our day, Shang, a numbers runner had to give a little piece of paper to a little boy, and he ran 3 blocks, right? And picked up some milk on the way and had to hop over a newsstand and then go deliver the thing. And there was a whole network of things that had to happen that weren't digital. It was analog, right? Even payphone, your nigga had to have change.
You had to have change. You had to make sure all that. But now it's like it's different.
Now they're all used to the digital message.
Right. You had to have actual piece of paper that you wrote on it with a pencil, and only the blue slips. Make sure the blue slips go through. Don't put the yellow slips, and then it would be signed, Johnny Slim Rucker. Always a nigga named Johnny Slim Rucker that runs numbers.
But you just had to put J SR or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't use the whole name. You had to know the initials stood for the amount that he bid on. It was a complicated thing. Doing crime was harder back in the day. But now they just do a bunch of digital shit, and they send each other crypto and things like that, and yada yada yada.
Right.
And I don't know if the kids are realizing, but all of that shit is so fucking trackable, right? So what the FBI and Australian authorities, it was a joint effort, embedded these phones that had this encrypted app inside of them into the system, right? Got the phones passed out. Because, we all seen The Wire. That's how they got them niggas in the first place, right? They got up on the burners, right?
Right.
They found out the store they were buying them from, right? Like, they got up on them burners, nigga. So the burners ain't burners no more. They the hottest thing out there. They're already on fire by the time you get them, dog.
This is a wild part. These dummies, and they are dummies. Woo, we gonna win.
Yeah.
These dummies didn't realize that you can put a fake front on a fucking website. So even when you would go on the fucking website on your phone, it's not a website. It's called a capture. And all it does is capture all your information when you're doing some dirt shit. That's what it's like. I know about computers to a point. And it was like it was pretty simple how they caught some of these dummies. It wasn't like some elaborate James Bond, and I put the code in his skin and he didn't know it was in his skin.
A gun and a radio.
Exactly. It's none of that. It was some real basic internet, like what scammers do to people, they did to them. That's what they did to them.
Yeah, I mean they got informants in place who got the devices in place. In that sense, it was kind of James Bondish, right? Like get in there.
That part was James Bondish because
plant the devices. But they got after this global raid, they got 8 tons of cocaine, 250.
God damn.
8 tons of cocaine. That's 16,000 pounds of cocaine. 250 guns and more than $48 million between worldwide currencies and cryptos. So, I mean, this was a big operation on scale and in terms of the global element of it. But also, it's like, bruh, like these kids do everything on this stuff now. Like, I gotta call these criminals kids. Because any real OG gangster wouldn't be trusting all of this shit.
Yeah,
like
but okay, but
I don't know.
You know what? Ziggy the comedian said that's called entrapment. No, it's not. It's not called entrapment. If you are actively doing some dirt and they catch you doing dirt,
all they did was give them phones that allowed them to track whatever they were doing. Yeah, Zig. It wasn't like the phone was like. It's not like you were like, Siri, find Whole Foods. And they were like, do you mean whole bricks of cocaine? Right. You're like, no, I wanted kale. Did you say yayo? And it's like, no, kale. Calling Escobar now. It's like, no.
Did you say you want to go to jail? Did you want to go? No, I don't want to go to jail. It sounded like jail to us. But no. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, from the stuff I read about it, it was one of those big, giant, fucking, joint efforts.
It's a net. Yeah,
it was a giant net. But they said it really wasn't like some deep, like intricate shit. It was pretty.
Hey man, use this phone instead. Like, cool.
Okay, I'm a drug runner. All right, thanks. Thanks, bro.
But they thought these were like quote unquote secure phone, dirty black market phone, and it's like no, these are Fed phones.
I saw this movie on Netflix called Polar, which is one of the hardest movies you'll ever seen on Polar. Every time it's called Polar, it's fucking hard. You gotta watch it. Every time he made a call, he would take the fucking SIM out, break it in half, and put another SIM in. Every single time. Like he talked to you for about 2 minutes. So these motherfuckers, and he was a worldwide killer. Okay. So these motherfuckers could not get it. They were like, hey man, we got some free new phones. That's what we did. They were happy.
By the way, don't let Hollywood fool y'all. I haven't tried, but something tells me it's not that easy to just snap a SIM card in half.
But this dude was,
I know, but trust me, those are like that shit is made out of sugar and salt. So you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, but every scene
in real life, I could pop your shit out now and just try and click that bitch in half.
That won't happen. It won't happen.
You're gonna be sitting there like, because you won't have enough leverage really.
But honestly, they said it was pretty like simple and routine of what they do. I'm like, wow.
Carolina boss, my nigga. I just cleared out my voicemail today from a bunch of that bullshit. He said FBI need to do that and find the motherfucker that keeps calling me about my car's extended warranty. I'm like, my warranty is not up. Like, who the fuck is this?
They do it all the time, though.
Also, the social security number niggas that are like, we're about to suspend your social security number unless you call. I'm like, niggas, go ahead. I need a new one anyway. I'm trying to restart my life.
Do what you need to do. Yeah.
Do you, boo? We are Savage AF, y'all. Black Pedro, comedian Shang.
Yes.
Don't be a dummy. If you're gonna be a criminal, all right, don't snitch on your motherfucking self, okay?
Yeah, and they caught a bunch of dummies too. It wasn't one dummy. There was a bunch of dummies. And this is actually the footage of them landing when they caught them. So I didn't know if y'all saw that. We exclusively here on Savage AF. That's how we roll.
Speaking of bunch of dummies, man, you know who the biggest bunch of dummies are? We, us, you, me, Shang, everybody else, man.
Well, hold on, nigga. Speak for yourself.
No, for letting these motherfuckers, the billionaires that reside in America, that live in them, that who are American, not pay a motherfucking. Well, I won't say they don't pay a dime, but they are not paying their fair share. So speaking of digital dummies and things like that, somehow tax information got leaked on some of America's richest individuals. Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, white Negroes of that nature. I'm sorry. American Europeans of that nature. By the way, Jeff Bezos, richest man in the world, Amazon. Yes. He's about to launch himself up to the fucking moon or Mars or make up a plane. I think he's going to build a planet. I think they're calling it the Health Star.
Yeah,
something like that.
But Bezos, isn't he going through a divorce? And he was like, "So what?"
Already did. When you can divorce, lose half your shit, still be the richest man in the world. Fuck all y'all.
Yeah, that's a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. That's what
so. From the years 2014 to 2018, Jeff Bezos's net wealth went up $99 million. Over that time period, he paid I'm gonna say it again. 2014 to 2018, Bezos became $99 billion richer. Over that same time period, paid $937, I believe, million in taxes. Now listen, to myself, your average motherfucker that you go past whole bricks at, in the yayo section, $937 million in taxes is not even something that most of us are ever going to pay in our lifetime. So to pay it over 4 years sounds like a lot of money. But when you compare it to the $99 billion worth of wealth that he gained over that time, do the math.
Right.
He paid a 0.98% tax rate. He paid less than 1% of a tax rate on the money on his overall wealth. How do you do that? Well, these guys basically sit their money up. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett. They don't always take income. You gotta understand, at this point, the company takes care of a lot of their shit.
Right. Everything to them, everything's a write-off.
You think Elon Musk is making Tesla payments?
If the motherfucker spits out like something that got stuck in his teeth, he can write it off.
Every car that comes out that lot is a go-kart to him.
Yep.
He's like, I'll take this one today.
And you know what? And also they get their clothes spun by small silk weaving moths that spun gold. And that's how they live.
That's it, bro.
I don't know if you knew that or not, but just a little nature tip. Yes. Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that. But the bottom line is everything he does is basically like, I don't really got to pay for that. I ain't really got to pay for that. Food, clothes, health. Because they know, they're like, this motherfucking 99 billion in. But the thing is, let Pedro go 4 years without paying some kind of tax.
Or paying an average of less than 1%.
Guess what would happen to Pedro? Guess what happened?
Yayo. Listen, man. So again, I don't want to say that Jeff Bezos has paid no taxes. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the fact that these billionaires out here are hiding behind their wealth.
Right.
They're using their wealth as a tax shield. What they do is they take an income when it's most advantageous. But the concept of like being so wealthy that you no longer need income,
that's rich.
It's something that we don't, that most of us don't experience. That's not a concept that most of us hold in our mind on a daily basis. But these guys don't pay taxes on their wealth. They only pay taxes on their income, and they don't always need income.
Well,
you make so much money that you don't need to make money. I don't even know what's going on. And if America, and then it's like America's like, oh well, we don't need that money if you didn't need it. It's like, no, nigga, we all need that money. We got bridges falling apart and highways crumbling and road jams everywhere,
and actually schools that need to be restructured and refinished because they're so old. They still have schools in New York City that there's lead in the water.
Lincoln. There's some that were made when Abraham Lincoln was a senator. Right. There are schools that are open in this country that are that old. Right. We're talking about that 1800 shit.
Right. There's a picture of Judas actually at the Last Supper in my high school. And I don't know if that's because I'm that old or the school was that old, but it was there when I was.
And that's in one of the yearbooks, right?
Yeah. So I'm just telling you right now, the bottom line is billionaires have figured out how to fuck the system. We haven't figured out how to fuck the system. And even if we did figure out how to fuck the system, we couldn't fuck the system. You know why we couldn't fuck the system? Because we don't have enough money to fuck the system.
Which takes
but he did. You know, Dr. Evil here did.
$1 billion.
$1 billion. Okay. All I know is
paid less than that in taxes over 4 years. And that's the other thing. That $937 million that he did pay, that was over 4 years. So you do the math, and it's like, you know, that's
wait a minute, hold up. Did you say math? First you with the community.
2 F's.
And now you said math. And you know what? And Pedro graduated from college.
Yeah, from collage, nigga.
Yes, I'm saying
a lot of imagery.
But you know what?
Teenage years.
Billionaires, the one thing billionaires don't have, swag, nigga.
Not most.
But do you really like? But if I'm a billionaire, I don't need swag. I would just walk up to women and go, "Bitch, I'll pay for everything." For who? For everyone. Now get in the car. Come on, any woman. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like I own this. You own what? This side of town, motherfucker. You got to cross the county line to get out of my.
Wow. Wait, hold up. Somebody said it's a Detroit thing. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jay Weezy.
Okay. Joe Weezy with the Detroit thing. Let me tell you something about Detroit. Other than y'all whack ass
Pink Gators, my Detroit players.
Other than y'all whack ass teams. Other than your whack ass sports teams. I'm not going to even mention the Lions.
The Knicks have become relevant for the first time in.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. I want
59 years.
Okay, I'm just saying Brooklyn. You know, I'm saying. Hold up, Shun. I'm just saying right now, the Lakers. What happened, Shun? What happened, Shun? But all I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? New York's doing their motherfucking thug visual. What Detroit do? Not a goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
Man, we did all of this. Y'all niggas wouldn't be in cars if it wasn't for us. But anyways, we ain't even got time for that debate. We'll get into that. We'll do a Detroit versus New York one day and see what it really do. What it really do.
Find out, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is on everything. Yo, real God, for real God, I'm trying to teach you things, son. Yo, honestly, all y'all people in the feed, y'all could suck my dick all the way down to my Timbs.
Yep. So we've confirmed now that we speak English in Detroit, they just speak New York or Brooklyn or whatever that is.
No, but by the way, I really, really wanted to see how much money that his wife got, Bezos got, because I heard that it was just half. What would that be?
Yeah, it was something in the billions of billions, dog. It's something you can't. You know, we would die before we counted to a month's worth of her money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't count that high. The rest of your life. It's like 1,000, 2 1,000, 3. You'd be like 450 million, 1,000.
And
like
then you'd have one of your eye would start slipping, and you have a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah, that's how strokes.
But the rich have been doing that forever. The top. Put it this way: these are the people that are the top 1% of the 1%. That's how these people.
When you got to take a percent and more percent that. When you got to add percents to percents, like, okay, so you got the 1%. They are 3% of the 1% of that 5%, which wishes they were the 10% of what they had
of the 1%
on Tuesday.
Yes,
which is only 7% of the week. So
they're rich enough to fix the tax laws whatever way they fucking want to.
Do the math.
I'm just
speaking
saying.
of math, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next one. And man, when I tell you that today shit didn't add up for me, I'm gonna tell you a little something like this.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin', man. Man, you know, man, I don't know if I talked about it before, but man, yeah, I love my car. It's a little German thing, you know, she get around, man. I push from here to Vegas all the time, man. That shit moves, man. I like it. The leather on the inside, sound system nice, you know what I mean? A little upgraded in interiors and shit, little trim on it, yo. It's sunroof. You know what I'm saying?
His car is beautiful.
No, I mean, sometimes, you know, I feel good in it. I feel good in my shit. And, you know, being a Detroit nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, we like our cars, you know what I'm saying? So you're in LA, you got to drive a lot. So it took, you know, I eventually realized, like, hey, man, yeah, I might spend a little extra on my shit, but I'm gonna enjoy my commutes. My commutes is sometimes you spend hours in your car,
right?
Just trying to go to the grocery store that's 3 blocks away. So enjoy your car if you live in LA. I enjoy mine. Car payment, insurance is fine, but once a year, man, when I get that notice on the car. And it's a little ding, and it's like service due. I'm like, fuck.
You had told me about that before. Is it a lot?
Bro, I just spent $867 today.
Ooh,
for basically an oil change, a coolant replacement, and a check on a couple other things. Now you know. Now, what did I just say? I spent $867 today for basically an oil change. That's going to last me 10,000 miles or a year. Okay. And when I look back on some of my other whips, you know, you go 3-4 times a year for an oil change.
It's still only 800. Mine, you know how much mine is?
It might cost you 152 though. I've had a car.
No,
you know what?
My oil change, and my car is a piece of shit now. But I'm in a lawsuit. I'm going to win.
Yes.
I'm going to win.
All we do is win, no matter what.
I'm definitely going to win. To change my oil and get a checkup is $64.
I don't want the things you've been through with your car, but I want that oil change, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of them things like at this point I wouldn't trust just taking it to even just anybody for just an oil change. Like, you know, it's not the newest shit, but it's young enough that it's kind of advanced and a lot of fancy shit. I'm like, man, I ain't just gonna take this to Joe Schmo Audi mechanic, right? I'm gonna go to the dealer for these checkups. But man, when sometimes you spend money and you're like, ha, I feel good, baby. Ha, I'm looking good. I spent money today. Ha. And then sometimes you spend money. It's like, who kicked me in my dick hole? Fuck.
That's a lot of money.
Today was a kick in the dick hole. And I'm
wait a minute. Hold up. They didn't replace nothing. Did they replace anything? Like,
all right, here's the thing.
Like the chairs or
like I had no chandeliers installed, no staircase in it.
I know, god damn,
a deck or a pool added on. No. Here's the thing. I told you I spent $867 today. Nigga, there's suggested repairs. All right, Shank. Well, based on their suggestions, because they always find some other thing and like, oh, you should do this and you should do that. What do you think they suggested I spend today?
You should spend at least another $1,500. Because that's what they told me for mine.
Nigga, I would have done that. I would have been fine with that. Nigga, they said, we suggest you spend another $6,900. I said, nigga, give me my car. Give me my car.
Give me my car.
Right now, there's oil in the car. That's my keys. Give me my shit.
Queen B said, trade in your Audi.
I am. I'm close. I want to upgrade pretty soon, which is why I'm not about to do all that. But nigga, between the chips, a couple of chips in my windshield, some little oil valve thing that's leaking. It's not like in the end. It's not a major issue. They're like it's just causing the oil to smell a little bit. I'm like, They want to change brake pads and all that shit. Nigga, $7,000 basically what they wanted me to spend.
$7,000.
So you want me to refi? You want me to refi today? Are you serious?
I'm telling you right now. Carolina boss said AC cooling and transmission system are sealed. No need to service those. Rip off alert. Wow.
Well, no. After a while, like you got to get them. They run their system checks. So it's not even like they replaced a whole bunch of. Really, they just changed the oil and checked a few other things. And again, listen, the oil change lasts for a year or 10,000 miles.
It lasts for 10,000.
So like that, you know, I could because you know I've had $200 oil changes that I've had to do like 3 times a year. So yeah, it's close. 4 times a year. I didn't mean to make you feel any way when I said $64. And I usually get $14 off because I use the repo and it's called a Retail Me Not app. And so Retail Me Not knocks off another. But my car is a 2015. It was new when I got it, even though it's been fucking up. My car is a 2015 Chrysler 200. Before that, I had a Chrysler 300 and I had a Dodge Charger. So never had a problem with those. Brand new car. Been having problems ever since. Man. But going in October when I go to court, I'm gonna get 3 times the price of the car back. There you go. Hey, boss, I'm telling you, man, like it's still under warranty, bro. This is just the general annual suggested maintenance on your common German vehicle that's just run of the mill. I ain't got no 52-inch rims on my shit or nothing like that. I'm telling you, it's just.
But it's really nice though.
Like I could probably find a dude, but I don't trust a dude. I'm just gonna go to into the dealership. But it's a kick in the dick hole once a year, man. And when the ding came up and I scheduled the thing, I was like, this is about to be a thing. So have fun in your cars, guys out there. But man, today,
everybody was saying, everybody's telling you to get rid of it. Basically, trade it in. You're better off to get a what? A Chevy. I love Chevy. I'm from Detroit, man. I want a Camaro and a Corvette one day. Oh, okay, but check it out. The new Honda Accord and the other Honda Accords. I had one. Those motherfuckers run for, you ready for this? 1 trillion miles, and they're still fine. Endeavor. Yeah, they do. No, they're good cars and they look clean. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Pedro's car. Actually, when it stops, and you know when you click the button and goes, it says, "Give me some pussy."
Nicole, I used to have I had 3 Beamers before this Audi, but and I still have my eye on a few American.
And
things.
You had a truck. Actually, and you had a truck too.
I did. I don't think I'll ever buy a Ford again. The truck was a bomb. But I just have a problem with the Ford label. But I got my eye on the Lucid Air. That's what I'm looking at, this electric car next. Let's see if we can get there. Lucid Air.
I got to see what that looks like. My next car is going to be an absolute, once I get the settlement in October, because they're going to lose. The dummies sent me emails back and forth, and I kept them and sent it to the lawyers. They went, "Oh, this is good." First, they said we're going to just ask for the price of the car back. Then they said, "Oh no, we're asking for triple now." They should have handled it. So my car. If I try to drive to Vegas in my car, I'd be like, "Well, Bakersfield,
we live here now." Just found me a cactus and a goddamn tent.
Might as well find an apartment. That's what happened with my car. I tried to drive to Thousand Oaks, and the motherfucker gave me problems.
You only got to 300 in them oaks, huh?
Yeah, but right now, Savage AF, I want to make sure that y'all know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click the button. Also, if you hear the bell ring, you know you're good. Also, make sure you subscribe to us on all the podcast platforms, which is on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, and and that right there. So make sure you do that. And we both definitely, because when Pedro said he had to spend 800 and change on a fucking oil change, he definitely would love to be a billionaire. Are you
basically
kidding me?
Is what they were? Oh, they washed the car and vacuumed it too.
Oh wow!
Check the tires.
That's not still. That's
bro.
A lot.
They wanted They wanted $2,100 to replace my windshield. I was like, nigga, I will put Saran wrap up there before I ever let you put $2,000 worth of glass in front of me.
Wow. Well, you know what? My SHANGRY is for anybody from the South. You're not gonna like this SHANGRY. By the way, I know this is not a nice to say, but fuck the South in the mouth. Fuck the South in the mouth. Because if you look at the South and you look at all the shit that came from the South and the mentality of the South, it is nothing but negativity pertaining to people of color. And some of the women in the South, like this is my last ex from the South. And that's what's her with makeup on. So
that was prom night. That was prom night.
Yeah. For some reason, the South's level of stupidity has proven that they cannot embrace the future, and they still like this goofy motherfucker, because most of the following for Trump, that is the strongest base of the Trump supporters, are Southern states. And Pedro, you could check it out. In fact, I went to one of the pollsters and asked him, and he said, "Oh no, it's not like what you think. It's not at all what you think. Not at all." Yeah, they absolutely, they are some of the dumbest motherfuckers. Actually, I've done shows in the South, and they actually pride themselves on stupidity. They pride themselves on, well, I never really want to brush my teeth. Never thought about it. Never wanted to. Why would I? Who needs your teeth? Dummies. Scary, dumb, frighteningly stupid people. Not all the South, but there are certain parts of the South and people in the South.
They almost made you.
See, that might be doing
from Texas. Certain parts, that we're from, man. We're
certain parts of things we don't
just
I might know.
We just don't use certain parts of our brain.
And all the people that want to say something in the feed, I could give a fuck. There are parts of the South that are proud to be rednecks. They're proud to be racist. And there's black people in the South that embrace this stupidity and this sadness, and they do the same thing. Because the South is proud of being dumb. By the way, this man, I got poked out by him.
His own
thumb. They always pride themselves in stupidity and goofiness and ignorantness. And a lot of the kids down there are inbred. Why?
Dang.
Look at this motherfucker. Would you trust him around you by yourself? I'm telling you, I would. You wake up and guess what? He's teabagging you when you wake up. I'm telling you right now. I know the people say you can't say all the South is bad because you're South. Yes, I can. And I wish you would say something about it. Say something about it, motherfucker. Listen, the South has brought a lot of good things, but most of the South that is supporting the ignorance, the indifference, the lack of empathy, the racism, and if anybody in the feed that's from the South, I'm talking to you too. There's a certain portion of the South that just buys into idiocy, racism, and not moving forward. The future scares them. Fucking black men scare them. The world moving forward scares them. So I want to say to all the people,
the world don't move, Shane. You shut your mouth.
The
world don't move at all. You son of a bitch. If you ever tell me that the world moves, man, it's the most frightening thing to my small penis. If the world moves, where do I go?
Okay.
Sorry,
Queen B. I don't know any black people in the South who embrace white ignorance. That's not true at all.
Nicole.
Nicole. Look, I love you, boo boo, but guess what? There are black people in the South that absolutely buy into the ignorance.
Nicole.
And and the timidness of moving forward. Say that to somebody from Detroit and see if they don't get your noggin knocked. Say that to somebody from New York or Philly. They ain't gonna rock with that.
You know good and well, Nicole, that they were called house Negroes, who, you know, whether forced to or not, totally bought into it. You know what I mean? Like Monsieur Candide, just like Sam Jackson in Django. You know what I mean?
Django,
like,
yeah.
There's a
Oh my God.
bunch of
there's
while
a
that
bunch
was a
of
fictional character. There was,
but it was based on a lot of niggas that I actually know to this day. Okay, and I'm been waiting for Jamie to shoot the motherfuckers, and he hasn't done it yet. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of thought process in the South that's not going to get us moving forward. If you look at the voters restrictions and if you look at the strongest places where it's happening, Texas is one of them. Texas is one of them that wanted to succeed from America. Do you understand? These are these motherfuckers. West Virginia.
South Carolina was the first state to succeed in the Civil
South
War.
Carolina, Alabama. The only place that's even possibly progressive in Alabama is Birmingham. But the other parts of Alabama, you have to go down there with bags of teeth to hand out to these motherfuckers. Because I'm telling you,
if it ain't soup, we can't do it.
Well, if it ain't soft, I can't chew it.
Right.
Why? Because I never brush my teeth because I don't believe in it, because I think brushing my teeth is a democratic thing. And I'm against that. They actually... Man. And they're so dumb. They voted, and guess who votes against their own interests the most? Guess who?
Poor white people.
Poor white people in the South.
Yeah.
Not as much in New York City, not as much in California, but in the South. So the reason I say for my Shangry before I get out of here, fuck the South in the mouth, is because right now the cities and the states that are actually trying to move forward voter restriction. Georgia is one of them that are all passing all of these laws are from the fucking South. It ain't happening in California. It ain't happening in New York. It ain't happening in the D. It ain't happening in Philly. It ain't happening in none of these fucking places. It's happening mostly in the South. So anybody from the South that got a problem with me, all right, spell it out if you can. All right.
Carry the tooth. All right, y'all know what it is, man. It's Savage AF, yo. Fuck the South in the mouth. That's your Shangry for today. That's your Savage AF for today, guys. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be right back here, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on YouTube, Facebook, simultaneously. Log on to both if you can. Keep the iPod here, keep the laptop here, keep the cell phone there. Get us on IG, as you can see right here. All right, at Black Pedro. At Comedian Shang over there. Oh, it's
also our IG for Savage AF is Savage AF Radio.
At Savage AF Radio.
At Savage AF Radio. And we will be eventually, if we can find the password.
We'll do more things.
We'll do more things on the Savage AF Radio IG, because we do want you to really build on that. And if you subscribe, in fact, before we go, Pedro, I need you to do the most appealing reach out to all our people in our feed, to getting them to ask their friends to subscribe to the channel. Pedro, as we close it out, I need something really appealing. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want your friends to live, share Savage AF with them, okay?
I was thinking something else.
That's all I can say. If you love them and you want them to live. Right?
Not exactly what I was going for. That wasn't. But okay.
If that don't motivate you, then you ain't shit as a friend. Okay.
Wow.
If a nigga like me, so one of my friends like that, you know, then if my friends don't, then that's on my friends. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking something a little more like, you know, hey, you'll feel better about yourself. You're good enough. You're smart enough. And gosh darn it, you're a good person. I didn't think you were going to do a death threat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think I ever said death. I just
kind of did. You kind of did. You kind of did.
Maybe I should have said longer. Oh, it's like Kamala. I meant if you want your friends to live longer, because this is primarily a plant-based show.
Yes. I'm a photoitarian.
I'm a flexitarian. So if you want your friends to live longer, then share Savage AF.
Okay, that sounded better. All right, so we'll rock with that. I really thought he was going to say something endearing.
That's what I meant.
But it sounded like a death threat.
I meant longer.
Hopefully we won't get shit. Hope we won't get StreamYard won't pull us off of this.
Yeah.
And so we will see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah,
thank you guys for so much.
Dog.
Yeah. And please watch your back. If you're walking in a dark alley and you see Pedro, he did warn you.
No, tell your friends. We gonna see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So tell your friends, dog, because we gonna see you tomorrow.
Be safe.
Yeah.